good afternoon, and welcome to a car boot haul stream. It's the first one I've done in quite a while, actually. Went out to the car boot sale this morning. I walked like 14,000 steps. Hi Polly, how are you? Recently Polly's popped into chat. Thank you. And Sue, hi Sue. And I walked around 14,000 steps. Like, today was quite interesting because normally Rebecca comes with me, and Rebecca gets like, she gets a bit tired of it. She doesn't want to go in the same way that I'm going. So she enjoys going to the car boot, but she says like I'm like a whippet. So it frustrates her because then she's just left like trying to follow me around. So today I went by myself and Beck stayed at home. And I literally was able to go and I walked 14,000 steps. I was round and round. I think I did okay, not particularly amazing, but not bad either. So I've got a few items to share, and I've not done one of these in a while. It's been a long time since I've done a car boot haul, and when I came home, I've been shattered. Beck made a really nice breakfast, and then I just wanted to sleep. I fell asleep on the sofa, so I do apologize for my extra disheveled look. Normally I look disheveled anyway, but like today is even worse. Like I am so sleepy. I could have fallen asleep, and I forced myself. No, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna at least do a live stream sharing with you guys the items that I bought, because I didn't want to just waste the day sleeping, because it's actually quite a nice day. But man, it just shows how unfit I've gotten. Like I said, 14,000 steps at the car boot sale. And it was just, yeah. So I will say a few hellos because Esley has popped in, Vintage Vandal has popped in, Kenneth Christensen, Jason reselling, Tracy Uniquely Me, Gary Nicholson, BCP. Thank you for popping in, BCP. Thanks for popping in, guys. I've said Sue as well. And Shazad has popped in. Hi, Shazad. So John Hodges. Jason reselling, George Ross as well. By the way, guys, I need to just remind everybody, George Ross retro reselling in the chat. He is going to be jumping out of a plane very soon. So if you haven't already, please make sure that you go over, subscribe, and support. I will be supporting the cause too. I'm just like in awe and in shock that he's done it. It's a crazy thing to do for charity. I hope it goes well. So just want to put that out there. Tracy, check out George Ross' channel. You'll like George. He's eye candy. And his hair is really good. His hair is yeah. Here we go. This is the first item I want to share with you. So this is how the car boot starts. I've noticed that staying late at the car boot does pay, because when you're buying early on, you're not necessarily going to get all the best deals, because people do actually want higher money obviously at the beginning. You feel more positive when you're selling at a stall in the beginning, because you're like, it's the morning, I'm going to sell loads of stuff, so people tend to ask higher prices. Later on, you definitely get better buys. So this is the first thing, not the best purchase, but I thought it's worth it for £4. He wanted 5, I offered 3. We settled on £4, and I like this because it's a really cool. It's not in great condition, but it's not in terrible condition either. This is a John Player Special Corgi F1 car. And it's made in Great Britain, which is quite cool. So it shows that it's got a bit of age to it. It's not massively valuable, unfortunately. When I first looked on eBay, I was a little bit disheartened, because I was like, oh my god, I paid £4. It's not really worth a huge amount. But size comes into it. What I mean by that is these cars were made in various scales. So when you're searching for completed listings on dinky cars and corgis or whatever, make sure that you're comparing like for like. This is obviously quite a big car. I don't know whether this is 1/18th scale or what the scale is, but yes, definitely worth making sure you're comparing like for like. It's not in the best condition, but it's not in the worst condition. You can have a look at it. It's just cool. You're not going to get cigarette sponsorship nowadays. The tires are really cool. Yeah, it's just a cool little dinky car. So I paid £4, but the size definitely does matter. What I'm going to do is just going to transfer you over to Terapeak, and we can have a look at some completed listings. John, we'll do this together. Player special F1, and I think it's a 1/18th scale. So I'm going to do like a rough completed search, and we'll see how many have sold. So yeah, you can see the average price isn't amazing. Let it just finish loading up. So this is Terapeak, guys. If you've got an eBay store, you have access to this. So there you go. Someone managed to get £20 for one. Vintage Corgi John Player Special F1 Lotus 1/18th scale Formula 1 racing car. Now if I click onto it, I don't know if it will actually open it. Okay, so it's not there anymore, but you can see that on auction they don't fetch very much, only $6.38, and bear in mind I paid £4, so I have overpaid. But there you go. Here's someone that put one on at auction, and why that has achieved £30, and that was back in was that in May or in, I don't know what the date format is here. I've got a feeling it's, obviously that's the day, that's the month. So 1st of May 2019, someone actually got 30 quid for one at auction, and again, if I click on it, it's vanished from the store. So this is why Terapeak is such a great tool, because you can do some really good research on it. And yeah, it helps, but you can see some of these have gone for really bad money, £3.18. So that's actually less than I paid. So I paid £4, guys, but I will be looking to get between the 20 and 30, take some really nice photos. I will mention, that's the thing, look at these titles. Only one of these titles has mentioned Great Britain. Made in Great Britain. That's going to be important to a collector. Definitely worth pointing that out, guys. I don't know why the others have not actually pointed it out, but I would definitely say it's worth pointing info like that out, because you're only going to increase your sell price. I think it's a bit silly that if something is made in like the UK or Europe or the US, Japan, I always think it's worth pointing it out somewhere. If you've got space in the title, just shove it in the title. I really do think it's worth doing. So Shazad says, loving the Terapeak. Yeah, Shazad uses Terapeak to devastating effect, and I'm learning how to do that in that same way too. So pretty pleased. The Treasure Pirate says, hi, lovely lot. Mike's Graphics, Jennifer Hayes. Thank you for joining me. So many people popping in. Really do appreciate it. So yes, that's the first item. So not the best purchase, but it was like an early morning icebreaker. I call it like the icebreaker. When you're walking around, I don't know how many of you guys feel that way. Like, if you can type in the chat, let me know. Like, when you first go out sourcing to a car boot or a garage sale, do you ever have that breaking the duck moment, as it were? Like, you want to get off the mark, so you buy something that you necessarily like. Maybe I wouldn't have bought this if it was my second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth purchase of the day, but because I hadn't bought anything, it seemed like a good buy. I mean, it's still not terrible. Having looked at Terapeak, I should be able to achieve between £20-30 for this from £4, but it's probably going to be a slow sell. But really, I just love the John Player Special graphics. The decal, the black is so nice. So yeah, but yeah, definitely I feel that you kind of do that. Damn, BCB dropping a knowledge bomb, says Tracy. Really? Landshark Picker, hi, and Shell Staruni Shelly, hi, how are you? Yeah, Tracy says first buy of the day feels great. Yeah, I think it just makes you feel like, okay, you're off the mark now. So it definitely has that impact for me. But yeah, so that was the first thing I purchased. Then I came across. I want to try to do these in order if I can. Then I came across a pretty decent stall, and I actually this is a first. There was a guy with some RC cars, Nitro RC cars, and I didn't buy them. Sally Kelly says my first thing this morning was Jules Wellies £2. That's a great way to kick off your sourcing there, Sally Kelly. See, that's nice. You definitely have that little, and you're not sure whether your first purchase is that strong. And Shelster Rooney says, yep, slight panic mode before first purchase is made that you're not going to find anything. Yeah, and then you get into the groove, and then you just because you don't want to be carrying around like a bag, like an empty bag, especially if it's an IKEA bag. The longer you're walking around with that thing empty, it weighs on your mind. It might not weigh physically, but it weighs on your mind mentally. So you're walking around with this giant blue bag and it's empty, just blowing around, all flaccid in the wind. You know, like you just don't want that. You just don't want that. And George says, "Yeah, I find the first buy of the day is always a bit meh." Well put, George. So the second stall that I stopped at, I'm actually proud of myself because I didn't buy some RC. This guy had bought out this box of radio control cars. He had given up the hobby. These things had been sat in his shed or garage for a long time, and there was definitely some profit in there, but not enough to warrant the asking price. Well, not even with the asking, it was pretty okay, but I looked at what he had. I was there, I was the first, so I don't feel like I lost out because I was there. I made it. I actually spotted it in the car boot, and I was like, hey, is that RC? Do you mind if I have a look? And he brought it out. I was there, and I was looking at the box of RC. It had two cars, but they were in they needed such a, like, they needed to be stripped down and rebuilt, basically, if you wanted to get some good money from it. And you could have made some good money, I suppose, but the shells were destroyed, which is a big thing. Shells can be worth a fair bit of money, especially on vintage older cars. Destroyed. So I was really impressed with myself that I didn't even try to haggle. He was only asking £60, which is not bad for the cars that were there. One was a Kyosho, and then the other was a Sen. So like one was like an 8th scale. And I was like, wow. And I was just I was really impressed with myself that I thought, actually, no, I'm not going to like go further into panic mode and buy. So I left it alone, and I'm so glad that I did. But from the same guy, I did actually pick up some things which I am quite happy with. First thing I picked up is more of a fun thing. I want to share with you guys because you don't see these every day. This is just cool. This is just super cool. Check this out. I recently sold like a creepy McDonald's dress up. But look at this. I mean, look at this. This is a RoboCop play suit. I mean, look at, it's for ages 6+. Look at how the kid is posing like RoboCop. He's actually doing like the robotic, you know, like how cool is that? This is quite old Deca Toys RoboCop play suit. And she said, would it be worth selling the parts? Yeah, it would have been, but again, it's work. It's a lot of work for the return, I thought. It just didn't fit. I've got enough of that, if you know what I mean. I kind of just, for some reason, it just didn't attract me enough. It wasn't good enough. If the shells were in good condition, we would have been in business. But check this out, though. This is so cool. It is so creepy. I mean, look at the so you can really see that. It's a very small mask, so yeah, it doesn't really fit my fat face. I mean, it's just not happening. It's a very small mask. I got freebies in here as well. Huh. Didn't realise I had some freebies in here. Got the body plate. I think I could rock the body plate. Yes, that's really cool. Um, and then these are like the bottoms that you saw, I think. Um, and there's actually a Batman mask in there as well. Um, yeah, so that's cool. And I don't know what that is. So just little castle thing. I didn't realize this was included. Always nice to get some freebies. um, so really pleased with this, just because it was quite a cool item. Not often that you see things like this. Very nearly made for you, says Bobby. Shazad says, could it be that you're getting tired of all the long tail stuff? Possibly, Shazad. Yeah, I think so. I think with the cars, they would have been fast if they were in good condition. But it was just not worth like fixing them and everything to do it. It just wasn't worth it. It would have been too much effort. Bobby says, made for you. Sue says, was that one breastplate? In my case, yes, Sue. But yeah, that's the RoboCop play suit. Let me just see what these are worth. Let me just go across. So I paid £2 for this. So let's find out what it's worth. Cause I'm not actually sure. I just thought it was so cool. It looked kind of old. RoboCop, the series play suit. Play suit. Oh god, it would help if I could spell. And it's Decker. And see how many of these sold and for what kind of money. Okay, I'll get rid of Decker and I'll just call it a play suit. RoboCop play suit. Come on, someone must have sold one. You have a warehouse clothing vibe on there, old chums and shop windows. Oh wow, why is this not functioning? Let's do RoboCop play suit. Let me just maybe. Terapeak can be a little bit funny sometimes with the like how you write things down or how you search for things sometimes. There we go. Oh, okay, that didn't even work. Well, that didn't work. I don't know. Let's just go for a Google on this. Just go straight to eBay on this then. Hey Tommy, how are you? Antoinette Daly, hi there. RoboCop play suit. Nothing there. Okay. There you go. Oh, no, it doesn't really show anything. There's someone who was trying to sell it for 18 quid. So he's trying to sell it. It's pretty cool. I think it's got to be worth. Oh, he's got a crack in his as well, but it's pretty cool. Yeah. We'll see. Still happy with £2. RoboCop suit, says Shazad. Okay. RoboCop suit. I'll try it. I'll quickly try it. Item number. Oh, you found one. Okay. Hold on. Copy that. I'm just gonna see if we can find this. What number that is? Oh, in Terapeak. We'll put it into Terapeak. Oh god. Why can't I find it? What am I doing wrong? Product title. Is it maybe if I put it in there? Put it in product ID and we'll see what happens. No, okay. I give up. I give up. Mate, I don't know what it's worth, but it's probably not worth a great deal. We'll go with that. So yeah. And the dog is barking now, which is kind of annoying. But it was a kid's size. It's just old school. It looks pretty cool, so I thought it would be worth picking up. Right. Hey, Watcher 1421. Right, next item. Now this is quite a nice find. Pretty decent item. Oh, quite heavy. Now, audio stuff is always worth looking at This isn't the best manufacturer. This is Cambridge Audio, so it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of entry level. This is the kind of hi-fi you'd buy if you were shopping at Richer Sounds. So you know, if you have got a budget but you want a stereo system or you want a home cinema system, but you don't want to buy the good brands, as it were, you buy Cambridge Audio. So it's not terrible. Don't get me wrong, but it's made in China. It's just not high end. Okay, and as you can see, this was priced up as it was a middle speaker for £10. I offered 7, and they accepted. When you're looking at speakers, the weight is a good indicator sometimes, but also the kind of speaker terminals. You can see these got nice post speaker terminals. Have a look at the drivers. Make sure that they're in good condition before you buy. Make sure they haven't been poked in by like kids and stuff. I mean, you can have a look. This is actually an excellent condition, this speaker. Really nice condition. So it's a decent speaker in decent condition. Not the best, but good. You know, it's a good budget option. So I paid £7 for this speaker, which I was pretty happy with. It's a Cambridge Audio S50 center speaker. So I'm going to carefully put this down somewhere. Carefully. So Cambridge S50, and we'll have a look at what we can get. Cambridge Audio is okay. Well, I mean, it's okay. It's made in China, vintage Vandal. It's good. You've got to go and pack some parcels. We'll watch you later. No worries. It's not bad. It's just not. It's not a high end brand. S50 center. It's a budget brand. So that's all. And if you look at completed listings, you can see it's not a bad pickup for £7. Someone put one on an auction for 35 plus £6 shipping. Someone got 39 plus £10 shipping. 39 with $12.99 shipping. It does weigh a little bit, so definitely worth the pickup. Should sell pretty quickly as well, because a lot of people have stereo systems where they want to just add a center channel for their movies and things like that. So for £7 it will go for 40 pretty quickly, so I was quite happy with this pickup. So definitely worth keeping an eye out on hi-fi stuff if you know what you're looking for. So you can see, you know, their photos are okay. We'll take better photos of this, and ours is in better condition as well. So comfortably, I think we'll get £39 plus shipping, and they only post to the EU, whereas we'll probably post abroad as like to the rest of the world as well, because there's a lot of people out there that like to pay and buy hi-fi from, you know, all over the world. So definitely happy with that purchase. So Cambridge S50 center speaker, and as you can see, lots of nice regular sales, achieving good money. £40, £35, 30 to 40 seems to be its point. I don't think it ever has sold for more than that. But with the shipping, that's like 50 quid, isn't it? So it's going to go up at 40 plus shipping, and I couldn't be happier with that pickup for 7 quid. Yeah, it would have been better if it was a fiver, but because it was priced up at £10, I said, are you open to offers? And because the lady was open to offers, I thought it best to be respectful and err on the side of a better offer, because, you know, she could have easily turned around and said, no offers, £10, that's it. But because she was willing to take an offer, I thought, well, if I'm going to make an offer, I'll make a half decent offer. And I think £7 on a £10 item is very good. So I did get a nice discount though, 30% off, and I'll sell it for 40 plus the shipping. So that was a nice pickup. We've also got try Robocop fancy dress or costumes. That could help. Treasure Pirate, definitely. DBG has popped in as well. Hi there. Thanks for popping in. Sorry I give in. Got to go for a snooze. Have a good day, everyone. May you have many kachings and load of packaging to do tomorrow, says Sue. Hope you have a good snooze. It can help, definitely. I needed to have a snooze. It was impossible not to. Moving on, the next purchase I made was a bunch of die-cast cars. Um, I picked up 3 die-cast cars, and I paid £25 for the lot of them, which is really good. They're really nice. They're a brand worth looking out for, Solido or Solido, however you wish to pronounce it. I'd say Solido, and they're like rally cars, and they're quite large. They're not small. They're 1/18th scale cars, and I paid £25 for all 3 of them. See, they're in really decent condition, still attached to their platforms. And I think I've done okay with this purchase. This one here is a bit gross and manky. The top of it's just been sat on a shelf where it's picked up a lot of dust, and the packaging has just seen better days. But I think we will do okay on these. So I'm gonna just move them slightly out of the way somewhere. Just get my drink, move that here. If I can just clear a little bit of space, and I can actually do some research on these quickly, because I think I've done okay out of 25 quid on these. I'm going to use Terapeak on this though, because sometimes you don't find completeds and things. So the first one I'm going to check. We'll check eBay first anyway, and then if I can find something on Terapeak, we'll go to Terapeak. So the first one I bought was this. They have reference numbers, so Solido 9034, and there's not been one that sold recently. You can see, if I go to current listings, you can see there's a couple of people trying to get between 40 and 60 pounds. Which is really not bad considering I paid £25 for 3 of the cars. People are trying to get between 40 and 60. Obviously, that doesn't mean they've sold for 40 or 60. So worth popping over to Terapeak and seeing what Terapeak tells us. Hi Vincent, how are you? Okay, yeah, I was pretty happy with what I managed to pick up today. Let me just get rid of that. Hope your wife feels better. Not nice to have back problems. Did okay. Didn't buy a ton of stuff, but it was good. And yes, I'm pretty happy with this purchase now. This deal already looks like it will be profitable. Like I said, I paid £25 for 3 of those die-cast cars. And you can see that they're fetching pretty decent money. Someone got £26 for one without a box. And that was in 2018, that sold December 2018. Someone got £63, again 32 without a box. That only got for 13 for some reason. 27, 67, 40, 23, 27. That's without the box, and it was written in like French or whatever. So, but yeah, I think I'll do okay with that. So that's the first car that I picked up. So that is this. This one here. So currently people are asking between 40 and 60 for just that. So I'm happy that I've got that deal. The next car, nearly dropped that. The next car I'm going to research is this. It's really nice again, Citroen Saxo. I mean, very detailed die-cast cars. I mean, they've got the interiors, the roll cages in there, everything. The decals are amazing. The wheels look good, really nice condition, high falling into space, and this is a Solido 9021. So we're going to quickly go across and have a look at 9021. And again, okay, this one doesn't seem to have as much value. Looking at £20 plus shipping. He's asking 25. There's 40. Have a look at the listing, and it's UK and many other countries. It's a respectable seller because he's got 5k feedback and his name's got diecast, so he obviously sells diecast a lot. So probably a fair representation of what I'll get. There you go, £20 used, floored. He got £20 at auction. So hold on a second. So this guy's selling his for 20 plus shipping, and he's got a box. Yeah, at auction, the same car, floored, got 20 and 7. Well, then it sold again for 17. So okay, and that guy only got 11 quid. So pretty cool. Okay, still not too terrible. Not as valuable as the first one we looked at, but still not too terrible. And we're going to look at Terapeak as well. Yeah, Terapeak shows an average price of £21 as well. So yeah, 20. Someone managed to do okay there. Well, we'll see. And then finally, I've got the Peugeot 206, which is boxed, but the box has seen better days. It's got some serious wear from long-term storage, but the car looks mint. So it'll be interesting to see. And this is what reference is this? 202-99102. Okay, let's see what this goes for. 202 99102. And this one could be a good one. Pre-owned. Someone accepted an offer of £50. So this one looks like it could be a valuable one. It's always nice. So maybe it was worth it. And let's go to Terapeak to get a better idea, because that was just one sale. And we'll see what happens. Okay, not great. So this guy only got £10. Okay, but I think it was unboxed, and yeah, I don't know, that wasn't the best. It was at auction, one bid, but on eBay, this guy got, let's see what he accepted. So we can use watch count. Oh, I'm not even showing you what I'm looking at, am I? Okay, we can use watch count. So the last one that sold was in September. Someone took an offer. He had it up at 50 with best offer, but obviously we can't see what it sold for. Price was at 50. So what we can do is we can just copy the item number down here, and we can go to watch count. Watch count. There we go. UK watch count, and we can copy and paste the item number. And it tells you, oh, it actually sold for 50. That's weird. So it was on best offer, 50 or best offer, but it sold for 50. So really pleased. I will clean up the packaging as best as I can, although I don't think it's going to be easy, because it just looks like a lot of dried on gunk. But the car itself is mint. So very happy. So I paid £25 for the lot. If I can get even 40 for that Peugeot, 20, and then like another 30 or 40, that's not bad. From a £25 pickup. DBG says this is all a lot of effort. It is. Sometimes it turns out to be that way, but you have to do the research. So I thought I'd just do it live. Adore Endure said, I sold these in auction, they done okay. Okay. Then moving on. Then I found like someone that does those like house clearances where they just have tubs of stuff, and they don't want to look through them all. And basically they were like, buy 3 and get like, buy 3 for £1. Anything in that tub is 3 for £1. So I started to rummage through, and you can pick up some decent items sometimes. It is obviously more of a risk in terms of the item working or not. But when it's only £1 that you're risking, it's not like the biggest risk in the world, is it? So I was rummaging through this guy's crates of rubbish, and I picked out 3 items. I wouldn't have bought these individually probably, but for £1 I bought a Sony alarm clock radio, which will be interesting to see if it works actually. Just plug it in. I think if I can plug it in, let's see if this works. I don't want to unplug something that I need. But anyway, this is, maybe you can look up our stuff while he's here as well, says Tracy. But this was all part of the 3 for £1. So it's an alarm clock, Sony one, a Walkman, Sony FM AM Walkman, and probably the nicest pickup of out of this lot of £1 was this Roberts Sports DAB pocket radio, and this was all three for £1. So I was really pleased. I had a quick look inside, and it's actually clean inside the battery compartment. So for £3 I really can't go wrong. Even if just one of these works, like I'm hoping that this Roberts Sports DAB thing is gonna work. Because if it does, I think I've done well from my pound RD14. So I'm gonna quickly go over back to eBay. And as you can see, if this works, wow, that's not bad. Better than I expected. If this works, okay, he got £25. £25. So if it works, it'll be £1 to 25 just on that. And I got these two for free. So that Walkman for free and that for free as well. So it was in his crate. It was just like £3 root through, and these were right hidden underneath like plates and glassware and just all kinds of the usual house clearance stuff. And I spotted what I actually spotted first was that Walkman, and that led me to just dig deeper. And when I dug deeper, I saw the Roberts DAB radio. So really pleased with that. If this works, £25 I will make on that, or £30 maybe even. Someone got £30 for a used one, so I will go for 30. We've got the power supply. If it works though, what if it doesn't work? I'll be so gutted, man. I can't plug it in. I haven't got a plug. I'm hoping it'll work. It looks like it's gonna work. It looks in good enough condition for it to work. And then this Walkman is an FX181 Sony Walkman. I don't think that's going to be worth a massive amount. WM FX181, and yeah, not worth a huge amount of money. Blue one seems to be worth some money, like at £30. Silver one, I don't know. Well, that's not the same one. Well, even if I can get, well, that's pretty good. I mean, that is a silver one. That is a blue one though. Mine's a silver one, so I don't know how much a silver one will be worth. Let's go and TerraPeak this. But if these work, this is actually a pretty good buy for £1, isn't it? All three of them for £1. Check the battery compartment on the clock radio if it has one. I found £20 in one. Wow, I don't think I'll be that lucky. Right, the blue ones are blue. They all seem to be blue, so I've got a silver one. I'll put it up for sale for, if it works, 20 or 30, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I'm not really bothered about what this is worth because I wouldn't have bought it. I only bought it because I literally only bought this because it was 3 for £1, so it was the third thing. I could have just left it and not been greedy and just bought the 2 items and said here's £1, but he offered 3 for £1, so I was like, this is from your 3 for £1. So ICF 253L. Yeah, see, alarm clock radio. There's not one of the same that's sold, but yeah, it's not going to be worth much money. Yeah, I'll be lucky to get a tenner out of something like this. Really, it's just not DAB radio. It's an analog radio, so that won't be worth a lot of money. But this could be one of my best buys of the day. So these 3 items for £1 from a house clearance guy. So super. Put those away. And then the car boot sale dried up for quite a while. I was walking around, doing laps. Hi there, Mandy. How are you? And Karen, yeah, I'm looking forward to starting. Sir Sosa says, have you got to the wrestling belts yet? No, I'm just about to. So yeah, I was walking around. I didn't spot anything for a while, just doing a few laps, and then this stall turned up, which had a bunch of like action figures and toys and things like that. And they had a ton of wrestling belts. So I ended up buying all of their wrestling belts. They had 15 wrestling belts. And they also had, I don't know if anyone recognizes these guys. I don't know if anyone recognizes these these blue alien people. These were from an Argos commercial, like the Alien family. And if you get a full set of these, the full set of 5, I believe it is, you can get some decent money for these. But that is like an Argos, advertising campaign where they did these aliens, and I got all these aliens, and literally an IKEA bag full of wrestling belts. I paid £45. Hi Krillin, hi Big Girls Really Do Cry. Yeah, Sosozi, pop your top off and give us some taunts. I don't think so, Sosozi. It would be quite sickening. But yeah, so literally a full bag of belts, and those Argos figures for 45 quid, which is really good, I think. There's all the usuals in here. There's some older ones. So I've got the World Tag Team belt. I've got an ECW belt here as well. There's so many. Loads of. This one's actually quite old. This is an old WWF one from 1998, Jakks Pacific. Okay. And then you've got this United States Championship belt. This one's by Mattel. No, that one's by Jakks, I think. And then this one here. No, that one's by Mattel. And this one here is by Jakks Pacific. Another US belt. And there's a spinner belt. These always do okay. Well, no, this one doesn't spin. Is it meant to spin, this one? No, this one doesn't spin because this is like the this is like a simple one, I guess. I don't know. Is this broken or something? I don't know. I don't know if that's meant to spin or not. I don't think it is. That one doesn't look like it's actually meant to spin. But there are some spinner ones in here as well. There you go. Here's a spinner one. Yay. Here's a spinner belt. So all of these, bearing in mind, if you wait long enough, you'll get about 15 quid for most of these. That's a cruiserweight belt. So plenty of belts here. Tag team championship belt. Oh gosh, there's so many. There's the hardcore belt. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Jump off the top rope or the shelving at least. I don't think the shelving could handle it. Hardcore one worth quite a bit. Sold one myself almost 50 a few years ago. Well, I doubt it's worth that much now. But they sell really well, these things, if you can wait. Can those be worn like corsets? I don't think so, Shelley. There's an ECW belt. Oh gosh. There's another spinner belt, so that one does spin as well. And another spinner belt, and then two of these. These are like 1998. Wow, these are old. Yeah, these are old. World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. So yeah, Time Warner Company. So yeah, these are pretty old. There's two of those. I don't know what they're worth, but we'll see. Maybe 15 or 20. Oh gosh. So not bad, not bad. All of these for 45 quid. I'll probably make back my money on like 3 of them, and the rest of them will be profit. And then not to mention, for 45 quid, I got that Argos family included as well. So this Argos family is, I mean, George Ross has in the past shown us how valuable Argos catalogs can be. But the kind of the Argos family can be worth a fair bit of money. So if I show you guys, if you have the full family, you can actually do okay. people do get good money for these. You can settle them individually, but not for much. There you go, £32 at auction for one. Well, he sold just the one dad on its own, only got a fiver, but still I got it thrown in with the 45 quid. So well, he only got 12.50 for a full set. That's not good. 22 quid just for the dad there, but it's pretty boxed. Fiver there, 20 quid for 3 there. So, you know, yeah, you can do okay with this, I think. I should do okay with this. 55 quid. That is crazy. So definitely worth looking out for. So I got all of that for 45 quid, that this Argos family and all those wrestling belts. So plenty of profit. What a world when 1998 is old, says Eric. I know, right? Kevin says, I picked up about 20 belts about 4 years ago. Still haven't listed them. Don't buy stuff you saw in a video if you have no interest, says Kevin. Do you know what? I love my wrestling figures and belts. So Sozi says, aim high on that hardcore belt. Trust me, it's really rare. I'll see. Is it? There might be different versions. I'll have a look. I don't think it's. Let me dig it out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It could be decent. Okay. Have a look. So this is a Jakks Pacific 2005. We'll have a look. Jakks 2005 hardcore belt. If I can spell. Oh, well, 25 someone got. 26 someone got down there as well. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad for that one belt. If you hold out, I mean, that guy got 20, but this guy at auction got 26. So yeah, I mean, maybe I can go for like 30 or something. How many are listed at the moment? Okay, this guy's listed his for 16, and he's offering international shipping. Okay, has he got something wrong with his or something? I don't know. Nice photos. Wow, really detailed photos. Well, he's selling his for $15.99 and he hasn't had a sale yet, so well, it's difficult to say, isn't it? It's funny how it could have dropped in price maybe, but that guy got 26 for the same thing. And that was only in July. That's weird. Same thing. Maybe at Christmas time it'll sell for more money. Same thing. But yeah. Oh look, I was doing it again where I'm not showing you anything. I'm so annoying. Yeah, so yeah, that one got £26, which is weird because there's someone trying to sell one now for $15.99 with free shipping, and he can't seem to get a sale. How much is shipping internationally? I'm interested to find out. Let's go for somewhere simple. Let's go for Spain. And what's the shipping to Spain? £10.80. Okay, it's not too bad. Not too bad. What about to Los Estados Unidos? Have a look at America. Shipping to America, £15. No, it's not terrible. It's not terrible shipping. So yeah, he'll sell it. Buy his and aim for 40 when Halloween and Christmas come around. You'll get a lot more and big wrestling shows. Yeah, I think it might be the time of year. You're right, so because it obviously does. It does obviously like warrant more value. I wouldn't want to sell it for 15 when someone clearly gotten 30 for it. So there we go. Free Beck from listing old wrestling belts, says the truth. Unfortunately, the truth, Beck will be listing this IKEA bag of wrestling belts. And the truth, she doesn't actually style my hair. So you'll be pleased to know that your hashtag there has worked. And she no longer, well, no, she never had to style my hair. She doesn't have to style my hair, the truth. So you can sleep that little bit easier tonight. But not too easy because she's still going to be listing this bag of wrestling belts. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. So pretty pleased. And this is cool. This is one of the benefits of of walking around and doing your laps. I always like to do laps of the car boot, and the reason is you will get better prices. So I saw this near the end of me going home, and the guy only wanted £3 for this. And this is so it says also, when Mankind comes to do a convention in the UK, sell before then, but that's a lot of effort. Mankind's coming to a convention in the UK. That would be cool. Well, when he comes, yeah, because he was the hardcore champ. So this is a pure DAB alarm clock radio, power supply. Comes with all these iPod attachments. So if someone's still got an iPod that they want to use, probably don't, but that is a really good condition radio for £3. I'm sure I will do well. This is a Siesta iDock. Let's have a look at what this is worth, shall we? Let's have a look. Pure. I'm going to transfer it across to transition across. Pure Siesta iDock, and we'll see what this sells for. Someone's trying to get 30 quid. No way. No way. That's not even real. No way did you get 75 quid. On what planet? Are you serious? That's a fake sale. Because mine's in as good condition. I've got like all the... Have I got the user manual, I think? I've got paperwork. Okay, maybe I don't have the user manual, but... Man, I've got all the other bits and pieces. No way. That's an anomaly. That is an anomaly. There's no way the Pure Siesta iDock sells for 75 quid. I paid £3. There you go, £20. That's more believable. £32. Okay. So not bad. That is not bad. Yeah. So I paid, and the thing is, this was actually from the first row of stalls. First row of stalls tends to be dealers, and I can almost guarantee you that he was probably asking, like, I don't know, more money than I got charged. He was probably asking a £5 or something like that, or 7 quid, but he only asked me for £3, and I was like, yep, I'll take it. So that was my final purchase. So overall, looking back on it, that is a pretty decent day at the car boot. So in total, I've only spent like 87 odd pounds. We will be making the majority of that back in a couple of items, and then the rest is going to be profit. Hugh Kelvin Morgan says $29.99, and Lee Buckley says that hardcore belt had Velcro missing one side and a slit cut into one side. That's why he had it priced at $15.99. Good point, Lee. Thank you, or Lee Buckley. You know what? Going back to the wrestling figures, you really do, or the wrestling belts. And I think someone commented they bought a bunch. Was it Kevin? Yeah, Kevin Rosen commented he bought 20 about 4 years ago. Still haven't listed them. You do have to have some interest in it. I'm genuinely interested in that kind of stuff. I do love it. And like, you know, like there's a new set of wrestling figures out now called Ultimate Editions. They're 30 quid for these figures, but they look so good. I really want to get them. Tommy says, Z, do you ever scan the barcodes? Two totally different set of comps. Sometimes if I feel there's a reason, but in here there's honestly no reason. There's no, like, it's such a mundane product, the Pure Siesta iDock. I don't feel that there's any need. I could probably do really well with this on Amazon though. I've sold radios like on Amazon before, and you know, people pay some really decent money like for these types of items on Amazon, and I can't understand why. I think it's just that they like buying from Amazon, but you can really get some good prices. So here you go. Like on Amazon, if I show you the same item, there's one used available, and they're asking £60 for it, and it will probably sell. Do you know what I mean? It will probably sell. If you send it in Prime for £60-70, it will sell. It might take a little while, but it will sell. So that's pretty crazy. Amazon is always worth looking at for used electronics. But the thing is, with Amazon, you really have to also take into account the kind of buyers. They're going to be very, very picky. You have a much higher chance of them just not changing their mind, realizing it's not an item that they want, or whatever, and then returning it. So there is always that risk, but you can get some much better money on Amazon for some electronics that don't go for much money on eBay. You could literally buy electronics on eBay and flip them on Amazon, and you can do that with lots of things. You could sit at home. And it's something I'm probably going to do more of now that I'm going back to work, because my time is going to be that much more precious. It makes sense to just, I know of plenty of items that I could just sit and buy all day on eBay. Like every day these items come up for sale, buy them and then send them to Amazon for sale. So I could do that. It's just really boring. But yes, high the hills. Amazon is like Starbucks, people pay up. And Antiques and Collectibles says hi as well. So I've been going on for nearly an hour now, guys. So that is pretty much all I had to share. So hopefully, Glock 30 fan says, does Amazon take truly vintage, obsolete, used items, or just fairly current? You can sell vintage items, but it's really risky because it's down to the buyer, really. Sometimes people will buy things and then realize they're not for them and then just return them. Things like that. You can sell old stuff. You can. I've sold VCRs. I've sold dictation machines. Plenty of obsolete stuff. I've actually sold obsolete media. People sell a lot of VHS tapes. People sell audio cassettes and all that kind of stuff. I once sold some. Sony had this digital camera called the Mavica, and it used to record photos onto these little cartridges. I sold a set of those for like 50 quid on Amazon. There's no way you'd get that on eBay for them. It's crazy. Amazon, you will get sales of vintage stuff, but just a little bit more headache. It just comes down to whether you're prepared for it. But sometimes I really do think I should focus a lot more on it, because it's worthwhile. You can send your stuff up there. You don't have to have storage, and you can ask much higher prices. It's just, I don't know, it's how much control you want over your inventory, really. I think having the inventory at hand is always nice as well. But yeah, guys, I've been chatting for nearly an hour. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the haul, leave it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And then hopefully there'll be lots of other people sharing hauls as well. That'll be cool. There's a fly. Gosh, horrible. Okay. So yes, that is it. Why is a fly? Seriously, just gross. It's flying around me as well. Like, Right, guys, I think on that note, I'm going to call the end of stream. Thanks for watching.